I used to be this guitar strumming, songwriting, mountain climbing, hockey high flying, treasuring life like a precious diamond type of guy when disaster struck and my world got mired in muck and I got stuck, all because of some genetic bad luck. I suffered a stroke, but I obviously didn't croak, but my body, my spirit, and my confidence were all badly broke. In a final analysis, the diagnosis was that I suffered left side paralysis. And for someone who loves to play and be involved, the prognosis seemed preposterous, if not disastrous. In fact, there were even some who thought my walking days were gone. But several months later, I proved them wrong when I hiked to the top of a mountain ridge in the Canadian Rockies, and 30 people came along, each one of them with character oh so strong. It was an honor and a privilege to spend a day with such quality people and to feel that I actually did belong. Now, getting to the top of this hill provided me with an enormous thrill and a sense of accomplishment it did instill. And all it took was some good old-fashioned perseverance and will. The only problem, it wasn't enough. I still viewed my situation as rough, and to make matters worse, I thought I was handling it like a ball of fluff. I needed to prove that I could be mentally tough. So I wrote a book, hoping that would improve my outlook, but when sales never really took, it still left me shook. So I knew I needed to do more. But I like to do things hardcore, but I can't train and my body won't respond like it did before. So what were my options I had to explore? I set out on a new quest, even though my situation was messed and I was being put to the test. I had to find activities where I could perform at my best and to embrace the attitude that to be alive is to be blessed. I got myself a new 3-wheel bike, you can call it a trike, and my fitness level did spike, which allowed me to train for a longer hike, which is something I knew I would like. So I got to the top of some new peaks, hoping this would provide the answers that I seek. But you have to realize, even as I speak, I'm still trying to tweak and figure out this new rendition and how to make it better than the first edition, despite being in a position of inferior condition, which is why I wrote The Hope, Love, and Resilience Expedition. I figured the way that I'm wired, if I could find a way to inspire, it would, underneath me would light a fire, which would raise my spirits higher, which is something I could use and do so desire. You have to understand, I'm not this amazing go-getter. I'm just a simple man doing what he can, trying to make his life better. Because let's face it, we're all just trying to piece it together. But I'm here to say, when trauma comes into play, there's always a way to save the day and navigate through the stormy weather. Because problems will surface, and you might even feel like your life's become part of a freak show circus. But you can't lose sight that you do have meaningful purpose, or otherwise you might question the significance of your existence. But you keep moving forward despite the resistance, because every little action can make a big difference in the creation and the re-emergence of your confidence and sense of self-relevance. And you might even feel like your heart's been pierced by a dagger. But you have to get off the canvas like Rocky Balboa and regain the eye of the tiger. So you can walk with your head held high with a confident swagger. Like a strut by Mick Jagger, or a home run hitter who just hit a deep 4-bagger. And speaking of swagger, saying all this just goes to signify that lately I've been living a lie, because depending on what circle you run with, I'm either known as Ivy or Mr. I. But after I had my stroke, I lost my oomph. I didn't think I could be that guy. So I tried to convince anyone who'd listen that on April 25th, 2018, that part of me did die. The only thing is no one was buying my alibi. But they were right, and I was wrong. And here's how I can signify, certify, clarify, justify, and verify just why. How y'all do? My name's Mr. I. come here today to testify. I'll tell you one thing, and it ain't no lie. Yo, gee, I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Some of y'all think, just look at that old fool, trying to drop bombs, acting like he cool. But I bust the rhymes and I'll break the rules. Yo, gee, I'm old school. And if I'm sounding like a Canadian Dalai Lama, then that'd be a Bama-Rama, Slamma-Jamma. And if I'm sounding like a Canadian Dalai Lama, well, that'd be a Bamarama Slamma Jamma. And if I sound like a Canadian Dalai Lama, well, that'd be a Bamarama Slamma Jamma.